pal John Hartt, and let's paint something today. I think the name of this is Fishy Girl, because there's a fishy, a second fishy, and a girl. I did this originally, this is one of my earlier pieces, and it was like kind of the main piece of a show, my first solo show at City Hall in Manassas. I called it, I just said it out loud the other day, a peculiar perspective, and this was kind of one of the main pieces. And I had this printed, and I had her cut out, and I had the two fishies too, but they got disappeared. They wound up in my daughter's house. I think they're hanging on above her mantle or something now. But this is a little person, a Fisher Price little person, a wooden toy from like forever ago. And I painted that. And I'm going to recreate it now. I'm going to paint on this wood panel again, this plywood panel again. I'm just going to paint the undercoating today, the underpainting today, and I'll trim it out and then paint over with color next episode. I haven't decided. I kind of have this. I have this other piece I'm going to use for either two fish, but I think I want to go in a different direction. I think I want to paint a background for this person to be on and connect it there. So it's basically 2 layers of paintings, but we'll see. I'll get this done, and then when we get to this, I will figure out where I'm going. So, but we'll get to that second. So this is just a piece of plywood that I threw some house paint on to prime it, and I'm gonna go right at it. I'm just doing the undercoating today, so I'm just gonna use white, burnt sienna, and Indian yellow. A dark, a white, and a mid-tone. And I love the Indian yellow, man. I like it more than yellow ochre. It's just more glowy. This already has like kind of a gold background. I just grabbed a random can of paint and threw some paint on there just to have a second coat to protect from the elements. So I've got my 3 colors on here. I'm gonna add a little bit of retarder and just a little bit of slow drying matte medium. Keep it the canvas wet. And actually, speaking of, I think I might just dampen it a little bit with the wet cloth, it still has lots of paint residue from the last sitting, which I used a lot of red. So we're getting a little bit of red on there. Then I'm gonna take just the medium, which is again clear. Woo! And this is a wet brush. That's a little too wet, but I'll just smush it around. Let me get that extra wetness out. And I do need to get a rag. Okay, where was I? I just wanted to get a little schmutz on here to keep the paint I'm using wet. I think, ooh, there's a little bit of blue left on that brush. That's okay. And right now the goal is just to draw her, and she is such a simple young lady. She's a circle and just like a tubular thing or a conular thing. An easy shape to draw, believe me. So I know I want to take up most of this, use most of the real estate on here. So let's see where she is. The head's about half the size of the body, so maybe like that. And something like that. All right, that's where we're starting, but I'm gonna start just throwing paint on here. So I know her head's gonna be white up here. She's gonna be light here. Dark on the edges. I have my coffee sitting right here next to the water. That is always a formula for disaster. It sure is good. I'll put the coffee up here. All right. So let me get back here. Let me use this big old brush here. And I don't actually, I think I kind of know how to do these. That's the basic formula. I kind of want to get her out of my view just because I don't want to be overly influenced by what I did before. But then again, I do need a reference. So let's do that. She looks a little clunky there, but that's okay. We'll give her a nice round. Look at that circle. Oh, I screwed it up right there. It's so hard to draw that perfect circle. It just is. But I think the best way to do it is, I'm gonna try it right now, and I got the big brush, is to be as fluid, clunky, and confident as possible. I wonder, now that's me drawing a circle, I'm gonna incorporate that into the painting. Maybe she'll have a big hole in her. There we go. Okay, so I think we're doing it. All right, we already got something going on here. We got a hole in the little person. These, I think they're still around now, but I don't think they look like this. The Little People brand, I think it's a Fisher-Price brand. I know they were out years and years ago, like before I was even born. I think it was like maybe a 1950s type of thing. But they're little white wooden dolls with plastic like hair hats. And I think that has changed because I know I looked up references for them, and the whole kind of look is different, more modernized, and they're made with plastic totally instead of wooden bodies. Okay, let's see. Okay, I think I'm gonna put a hole through her. I don't know what that would mean, but that would be, or maybe a heart-shaped hole. Okay, but we'll figure it out. Okay, let's see. Her bangs go there, because bangs are a very good fashion statement. Actually, I don't even know things like that. I don't know anything about fashion. I feel stupid. I know nothing. Okay. And then let's just make sure her hair is nice and defined here. So the white is her hair, right? And I feel this needs to go over here. That's looking good, right? Yeah, that's pretty good. Oh, damn, that's great, man. See, when in doubt, grab the biggest freaking brush you can and you'll find what you're looking for. All right, so let's just say we've got almost like a head-on light source. So it's coming straight at her from right there. So this is our light source. Straight above, and that's an easy do. Okay, and I think I'm gonna be done with this in a shake, because this is all I want to do is define it. I'm gonna throw some more darks and lights on there just to kind of work out the 3D part of it. There she is. And there's a little shadow under that lip, and there's a shadow here too. I need to use this little tip part of the brush. Okay. She's looking pretty good. Let's get some more right here. Right there. And right there. So. Alright, that looks pretty good. Man, Johnny, you are something else with your painting. Look at that. Let's get some yellow in there. They call me Mellow Yellow. That was a song from the 60s by a guy named Donovan. That was like a total like hippie song. I didn't get it. But I think that was one of his big hits. Maybe that was his only hit. But I think my brother had a Donovan album. I know it was in our house, so it must have been my brother, because no one else collected records besides me and my brother. And I don't think that was mine, but I'm sure I listened to it. We used to listen to records on like an old shitty stereo that some aunt had left to us after she died, and it was like this big furniture thing. But it's fun to listen to music and learn to like music when you're a kid, and to help define your taste, define yourself a little bit. Like, you know, hey, I fit into this group of either music listeners or whatever your thing was. Okay, that looks pretty good. Let's get some yellow on there. All right. Dude, let's see. Get some of the white around here because I want that. Now I'm just doing this around the outside to help define the shape, because I'm going to attack this with my jigsaw. And yeah, I think this is helping to visualize better where the edges are. Move back. I like it. You need to be just a little more there. So when I cut this will be a little bit of a task, not really, to get in there and just cut that nice and smooth. Okay. I want you to go here, and I just lost that edge there, so the edge of the hair. I think what I might do with that hole, let me get this defined better. Yeah, I think that'll do. This hair here, we can figure that out. Okay, that's pretty good. So I want to figure out what this hole in the middle is doing. Let's see. If I was a hole in my wooden chest, I think I would have a lip there to catch the light. And I think my insides would be pretty dark. Let me get this bigger brush. Let's treat that like a vacuum. Or not a vacuum, a hole. An empty space. An empty space is a vacuum. Maybe this is gonna be a quarter. Maybe this is going to be is it a hole or is it something on her chest? It might be a medal, like she won an Olympic medal. Like it's hanging around her neck. Let me see if this will work. It might work that way. Or we can just leave it as it's something round and we haven't discovered if it's a hole or a solid object atop of her. A little more rough here since I'm making good time, I think. And then just want to make sure this is a shadow underneath this lip. And I think I need to treat it just a little differently. Okay. So. That's what I need to do. Okay, this is good. I think I just want to spend a little more time kind of defining the highlights, the darks, and if they're really standing out now, I think that'll help me in my next sitting, so I don't have to make those decisions of how bright or how not bright to do things, how dark or how not shadowy. Dark or shadowy, I don't know what the right word is. Okay. Because you see that looks like a big white reflection now, and I think I'm going to try and do something similar up here. It's such a messy brush. I don't want to use this one. And this is wet. I want the dry brush. I think in a perfect world I would have my brushes like a whole arsenal of them right there, you know, kind of labeled and ready to go. Okay, that's better. I'm defining this edge here. Super dark, nice. Let's get some white on there. Okay, I gotta remember, I'm doing the light sources right in the center, so it's really not off kilter too much. Oh, I love this yellow. Look at you. You look like the golden girl. Not like from the TV show, but from like, who's that guy who touched the gold people and they turned into gold? Midas, that kind of golden girl. Actual gold. Okay, I need to. So this is a reflection off there, but I want it to be really bright right under the shadows so we understand that that's a shadow without making it too dark. And I want a little bit of the yellow in the hair too, there you go. So it's not just brown and white. And I might make her hair yellow anyway, just because that's not a decision for me to make now though, so I won't address that until I have to. I have that as some sort of metal. Maybe I'm gonna make a decision next sitting on that. That's good enough. All right, so this is my plan, my non-plan. I think what I want to do is, after I trim this out, have a background for her. Unless she becomes a he, which happens quite often. So I'm thinking, this is what I'm thinking. Just bear with me. So I feel like the goal of this is that background is big enough. I wanted to like make it look like she's coming out of a shell, but for putting the thing in the back, I don't think it'll work. So I think what I want to do is look at it from this angle and have, because I still want something kind of like this, because they're like, I see them as her bodyguards or her something like that. They're adoring her, or they're taking care of her, or they're doing something very respectful towards her. And so maybe I could do something like this. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna do the fish. I know how I'm gonna do it too. I know how I'm gonna do it. And again, the goal today is get the underpainting and get the shapes defined. And that's what I like about this method I'm doing now of cutting things out. It makes the design part of it so fluid and adjustable, where it's like when you paint on a canvas, if you paint you to fishy, you know, 2 inches that way, it would have been more balanced. So this way it gives the creative part more flexibility. 2 fishies though, that's what I'm gonna do. And then we just load up on paint here. And I'm using the same colors, the burnt sienna, the Indian yellow, and the big old can of white. It's not a can, it's a container, a squirt bottle. And I'm gonna put a little bit of that in there to make the paint flow longer. I think I'm gonna go back to this brush that I used earlier, and let me think. Because I think I'm gonna go for that basic, I'm gonna go just kind of do the same thing. So, let's see. That's the basic shape. It's kind of a triangle-y type thing. So I think, okay. So I'm just trying to see how I can fit both of these guys on here and trim them out. So I want to go this guy, it goes down a little bit there, goes there. Okay, this is looking goldfishy. I kind of like that one too. I think. So what I'm trying to do is be able to fit this one in here and the other one there. But that's the fin. Okay, that's the fin. And it's not going to be exactly like that, so we'll go down there like that. And that's his tail thing going up there. Like so. Okay, that's kind of it there. Then this is his belly. Well, like kind of the fat face look. And then he has this here. Right? Now, he has this. This is that side fin. I want to say dorsal fin, but I don't know what a dorsal fin is. I don't know what a dorsal is. I'm sure it has something to do with the placement of it on your body. But I do not have a dorsal fin. So, and then I want the other one facing that way, but I think to use this piece of material properly, I need to paint this on the back, I think. But let me just get some paint on here. Let's just define my shapes. Okay, this is the top of my fishy. I'm gonna get loosey-goosey. Okay, that's the top of the body. Let me get more of the wet stuff on there. Here we go. Okay, that's the body. And that's his tail, and that kind of goes like that. And then I'll just have to figure out how to get the wrinkles in the tail. And that's gonna be a nice challenge for me, because doing those shady things in here, it's kind of time consuming, but I'll have to find a shortcut and make that go a lot quicker. Because I think I mentioned this before, I think it's very, very, very important to do this as quick as possible for many reasons. But I think one of the bigger reasons is to take advantage of that creative need to do it right now. Because sometimes when you don't address that need, the project, the idea disappears, or it gets diluted, or you just forget about it. So address your creative desires with, I guess, a sense of urgency. That's what I think I do. Okay, this guy is like this. All right, he's starting to make sense. All right, he doesn't have much of a beak, but that's okay. Maybe he doesn't need a beak. Maybe he's a fatter-faced goldfish. And I don't know if he will even, his life as a goldfish will come to fruition. He might be a bluefish or a something else fish. Okay, let me get a bigger brush. Get you filled in here. Okay. All right, I don't want to lose, I think I lost where the bottom edge was here. Okay. But he's starting to look fishy. I'm getting that kind of fluid, fishy feel. So I want, yeah, that's the way I want, I think. So his body comes down here. This fin comes out of here. And not a fin, is that a fin? Yeah, it's a fin. I don't know my fish words too well. Okay, that makes more sense to me now. All right, I'm gonna get rid of the dark. I've had enough dark. Let me get a different brush. You know what I need to get? I need to get a dry towel, because this is quite saturated. I'll put this here. I'm feeling, oh yeah, I'm feeling fishy there. And I feel like the top part, the top fin part, should be a little more like that, yeah, more. And all this would be so much more direct if I had a photo reference in front of me, but that's okay. I'll make up a new and unique fishy. Okay, and this guy. Okay, he's looking good. I think he needs to be more like there, so. Let me erase what I can here. Yeah, that's good. Yeah, just make this guy come down like he's come, so that bottom thing lines up with this, and it seems natural. That seems a little off kilter here. This is this arm from this fin. I might make that. Wouldn't that be cool if I made that like not a real fin, but more like a arm? Maybe not, I don't know. I'm trying to figure this one out. So what else could it be? I'm just trying to get a little sense of that wavy, wrinkly thing I got going on with these these fins. So up, down, up, down. So this is down, so it'll be in the shadow. This is down, that's in the shadow. This is down, a little bit of a line because it's up top, so it's still getting a lot of light. So this is light here. I'll just make 2 like folds in this because he goes up like that. Just trying to make it look believable, and it's not there yet. Still not there. All right, here we go. Okay, can I work with that? No, I can't work with that yet. Let me see if I can blend it together and it makes sense or not. Okay. That works. I think that works. I kind of get the feel. I know where I want to go with that. It's not where I want it to be, but I kind of got it. I kind of understand it now. So that's in. That's in. All right. Okay. You know what I did? I hit a wall. I'm going to move on to something else. Okay. Which is also the same damn thing. Creating a fin, but I'll get it figured out. Let me get some yellow on here. That's what I need here. I need some yellow. Oh yeah, look at that. The canary fish. That's a beautiful yellow. Get some in there too. Yeah. A little bit of yellow makes the world go round. So I want you to be dark down here, right? You're the bottom of the fish. And this is throwing me off here. So that's the solid shape there. And this guy's going, he's going way down here because he's the tail. Yeah, if I can define the outline, so I know he wants to go down there. Okay. All right, this is throwing me off, just this excess line that I threw on earlier. That discovery line, okay. So. Yeah, I'm just doing this so I can see the outline pretty clearly and understand what I'm trying to say. What are you trying to say, John? I don't know. You know what I'm saying, though? I'm saying something. I'm saying something in art that isn't really translatable to English. Let me think about that. I was thinking about this the other day, that I'm not making up a language. I'm saying something, but it can't necessarily be translated into English. I mean, we can all give thoughts about it, but this is what I have right now at the moment. Let's make this guy a little smaller here, but I want this tail more like that, so it's not really coming up. So I'm gonna get some white. So this guy, how about this guy's right about here? This is my eraser tool right now. So we'll go woo, 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 woo. Right? I did the woo-woos. See if I can do the dark blue. So this guy's going up like that. He doesn't even have to go up, but that's okay. This is where you know what? I want him to go down like that still. Okay, and a little bit more this way. So the inside is going to be white. All right, I think that's a good enough outline. All right, let me get some highlights here to remind me which way is up. All right, these guys are darker. This is his side fin, which is going here. Okay, that looks right. And let me just outline it here. I'm not even gonna do the little whoop-de-woos now. Okay, that's good enough. And I don't like this guy too much, so I want him to be... I'm trying to draw the negative space around him. But that's good. So this is the edge. That's the top. And this is the top of the body. It's going to be nice and white here. It's reflecting more than any other part. But we have to see that place where the top rudder, or fin, I think it's called, rudder. Okay, it's starting to make sense. So I think that will do the trick for this guy. So what I want to do is, I think I made him kind of bigger than I really needed to, and it might be the two of these with her, whatever, it might be overpowering, overwhelming, but whatever. So this guy is this guy. So I need another guy facing that way. So I think if here, let me just see if I can articulate what I'm thinking, because I want to paint this guy now. He has to face that way. But I can't do it that, oh, I can do it this way. So I have that triangle shape here that I can take advantage of. Oops, I dropped my magic crystal. How am I gonna do magic without my magic crystal? I'll have to pick it up and put it back in its magic crystal land. So, right? Okay, so that makes sense to me. So I'm going to paint this guy, fit this guy into this space, and then cut them out afterwards. Okay, so this guy, let me see if these are about the same size. So, well, this guy's is about that big, and we can make it work. They'll be almost equal-ish in size. So let's do this again. Let's start off with a lot of the clear stuff. There's still white paint on here, but that's okay. So this is retarder. It'll help the paint not dry so quickly. Keep it wet longer. Put a little yellow on there too, since yellow's a pretty color. So I think I can make him fit in here. So I want, yeah, I think I can get him over here. This is the top of it. Goes down. That's his thing. Let's see, we end here. So, you know what? I don't really like doing it this way, drawing the outline first, but I like using big shapes, but I'm trying to fit this in. You know what? Let me do it. Let me do my big shapes. Okay, this is the bottom. That's the bottom. This is the top. This is going to be where that top fin is, right here. This is going to be the line between the top of the body and the fin. And he's the guy going to have a little different shape. He's going to be a little... Okay, so this guy, you know, I want him to be up more. This top part is up more, right? And this is the fin here. You know, so I'm not going to really try and follow exactly what's going on here, but I need... No, it's not going to work. Let's get... some more dark paint. Man, I got a clog in there, baby. That'll be enough for now. Actually, let me just take a minute. Unclog the works. Did you know that an art table is called a tabaret? Yes, it is. They sell these, but this was more of like an old piece of furniture that came. I think I garbage picked it, to be honest. I don't even know. Okay, let me figure out how this is going, because I need to use this space wisely. I should have really made that guy a lot smaller, but I didn't. So this is what it is. Let's see how this works with this thing. Yeah, you don't have to have like a giant freaking tail. Just because you're a goldfish, and I can put your side fin like coming through here, and then he'll just go down like that. Okay, I don't quite see it. I don't know if you can see it, but I'm gonna put this is going like this, and let's get some white on there. And that's the inside. And that's the bottom of this fish. And let me model this a little more. Not mottle, M-O-T-T-E-L. I don't even know what mottle means. I think mottle, M-O-T-T. M-O-T-T-L-E. I think it means to like speckle something, but I don't know. There's all these words that come to my head. Can you let's say them? Sometimes they're right, sometimes I'm just not. Okay, there's yellow in there. And I'm keeping the strokes. Where did I lose the bottom? Because this looks all flonky here. I think I need to go like that. So actually, I think I need to go like that. Yeah, that's the way I want to go. And then maybe I can make this part of the tail really big. Maybe I'll treat the tails differently. I think I was trying too hard to match what's going on there, but let me just get loosey-goosey again. And just go, hey, I'm a free-flowing tail, figuring this out. Yeah, that's looking good. I'm catching something there. I'm not quite sure. Let's get some white up here because we like the white up top. Okay, and so I'll give you that. Need more white. I'm just trying to outline what's going on here. So these are two separate guys. Am I seeing that? Definitely seeing it in here. This guy's got an eye area, and that's more for reference where I might put the eye. I might not put the eye there. That's the cool thing about being an artist. You have this thing called an artistic license. You can do whatever the you want. Oh dear. The big clump of something got in there. I'm using these paper plates as pallets, and sometimes this one's getting really soggy. Let's give this guy a non-traditional fish-shaped face. Maybe we can give him like a nose, like a human nose. That would be fucking weird, right? Yeah. Let me get a little smaller brush. Yeah, let's give him a new human nose. My name is Bob. I've got a nose. How would I work that on a fish? Yeah, that's gonna look really fucking weird. And then, so if he has a human nose, you have to have some sort of expectation of a mouth. So that's his mouth. You see that? I think, yeah, and it looks silly. And that's nice. Okay, we'll figure out, I feel like I'm gonna put a big lip there because everybody's bottom lip is larger than their top lip. Hey man, look at him. Okay, we'll work with that. We'll figure that out. That's got enough in it to make me kind of cringe a little bit. But now I feel like I have to put a nose on this guy. So let's see if I can do this upside down. So this is gonna make it just weird enough. So I think I need to put his eyes somewhere else. Put a little bit of white paint there. And a little bit of dark paint there. That looks super weird. Alright, and then I think going from, this one doesn't look too weird yet, but I think going from the nose to like a human type mouth is kind of disturbing enough. So I'm trying to picture this upside down and I'm having a hard time doing it. Let's see. I think I got that. Yeah. Oh, look at him. He looks cool. It's kind of cool there. I like that better than this one. Oh, that's the wrong color. I had a big flob of dark, but it was sitting on a big flob of white. So I need a new big flob of white. Okay. Yeah, it's super wet. Everything is, I'm just painting so quickly. It's just so super wet. So Hal, if I do like eyebrows and everything, yeah, I think that's gonna be nice and weird this way. So I'm really happy with this development. It's still so loose. It's like half drawn out and half half super messy. It's so messy. Okay. Think. Yeah, I'll put just a little bit of a, I don't know if I'm saying the right word, fin. The top thing up there is fin, I think. Everything on a fish is a fin, I think, except for the tail. But that might be a sort of fin. And then I'll put a little bit of white on the brow. This is so wet, man. All right, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna smush things around, see if I can flatten it out and dry it out a bit. Yep. All right, let me just do this. There we go. Okay. Okay, so I'm remembering that the light source on here is there, so you have to force your brain to re-see things. You know what, though? I visualize things in my head a lot. When I look at things, I like close my eyes and try and put it together in my head. And I was doing that the other day, all right, and I was trying to visualize something, and I could see it in my mind's eye, and then I was trying, this is really kind of stupid, and then I was trying to keep my eyes closed and visualize it with my eyes, and it was really, really hard, and it's hard now. I'm trying to visualize an orange fish, and I'm getting glimpses of it in my eye, but it's not staying. But in my, when I think about it, I can think about it, but I can't. It's hard to visualize it with your eyes closed. But it's possible, but it's hard to hold on to it. All right, let's get those big highlights on the nose and on this part of the nose. I don't know what that's called. There's this little round part of your nose that goes here, and it's got to have a name. That little thing on the side, that round part. It's got to have a name. Okay, let me see if I can see this fin on the side. Okay, that's good. I'm going to figure out the negative space down here now. Okay, this guy is going. Yeah, I'm real close to this one here. So this guy is. Okay, that seems good-ish. Let me kind of get the yellow in here to help define the inside, so I know better that it's the inside. So let me just get the white around these guys, and I'm kind of pretty sure I got this where I want it to be in terms of shape. Yeah, this is... Oops, I just put in the wrong color. White. Look at how nasty this paper plate is getting. Okay, I don't think I have the tail really defined. I think I have I can define this guy. Yeah, that's good. I'm just putting white around the edges. He's kind of cool looking. He's got a good dopey smile. They both got good dopey smiles. They're friendly enough. Because I know it's like super creepy to see like a human face on a non-human thing, an entity. Is like, I know a fish's might be considered an entity. I wonder if like a vegetable is though. I think an entity implies that it has some sort of self-awareness, maybe. Okay, I'm gonna make paintbrushy noise. I'm gonna go psh, psh. Yeah, this is really, really not defined at all here. That's okay. Let's get the yellow in there. Come on, more yellow. Okay, and now I just need that. A little bit of the dark brown. Burnt sienna. Burnt sienna, okay. I feel like, okay, this is... Okay, that's good enough. No, it's not. It's not work. That's not right. Let me get it like... That's better. So down here like this with the white. More white up here. I think that'll be good. White, white. All right, let me get the dark to... So this guy. Okay. What's happening here is I have so much wet paint on here. It's getting really goobery, which is fine, but I feel like maybe I should erase some of it off. No, that works. So just getting those hard outlines on there will help me to figure out where to cut things next time. Okay, and I'm okay, this is good enough. I don't want to overthink the fins. They have a little bit of character now, and I like that, but I kind of want this guy to go back that way. Yes. A little more white. Okay, that's pretty much defined pretty well. Okay, he's over there. Now I kind of want... Yeah, I need this paintbrush. It's skinnier and flatter. And this guy's going here. There, I kind of feel like... Okay, that's his top thing. That's good. He looks good there. I think you need some yellow here. I'm gonna step back. He's good. I think that'll be really good. I'll cut these out before my next session and we'll get some more color on here and a lot more definition. But I'm gonna knock this baby out, man. I'm gonna knock this out. It's gonna look shit hot, man. I think this one is gonna work really good. I was afraid that these guys might be too big for her, but I think it'll work out really well. Well, it's gonna have to because that's the way it is. But my next sitting, I'll get a little more definition on these guys and her and figure out the colors, and we'll be done. This is gonna be a really nice piece. I can't wait till to see it. Hey guys, thanks for checking in, and until next time, just do something wonderful today.